With a yo-ho-ho, it's TaleOfTheToaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Brawl Adventure Mode, the Subspace Emissary, very hard. In the last episode, we took on, was it the jungle? No, it was the ruined zoo, obviously. It's been a long time since I've recorded. I've been at a house where my TV has an HDMI slot, which you need for the Elgato, but the TV's wall mounted, so it was out of access. But it doesn't matter now because videos are back in flying shopping! Whoever's causing all this destruction, he just loves to keep blowing up the world. I wish he'd just give it a rest. Blowing everything up. Why do you have to be so destructive? Also, oh hi Marth. Yeah, Marth is most displeased at this destruction, and hey look, it's the Ancient Minister flying over all of the happy beads which are turning into pyramids, and what a lovely effect on the subspace explosion. And oh my god, that's a bright sword! My poor eye, it's already suffering. Yeah, look at all those pyramids. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to completely ignore them and run in the opposite direction. But here we are at the Battlefield Fortress. This is a stupidly long level. Like, it's so long, to the point where I wanted to record this as a co-commentary at first, and I did indeed record one with something. I'm taking far too much damage here. Yeah, I recorded this with something awful, but for whatever reason the recording went kablamo, and I guess it wasn't meant to be. Either the problem was that my computer just can't handle co-coms, or it's because I'm trying to record my commentary with Elgato's built-in commentary record. But I'm trying that again with the built-in record function, and if it fails again, then I'll just start using Audacity once more. But look at the lions on the wall. I've been doing embarrassingly badly so far. I'm already on 221%, and I haven't even reached the first checkpoint yet. Break the damn queue. Okay, a Maxim Tomato, that brings me to a still very embarrassing 171%. But, never mind. Go away from the Jike. I failed to point out last time! You broke my shield! What a bit of... Well, that's the first KO. Failed to point out that there's actually 3 different types of Jike. I believe that the first one we encountered was an electric Jike. There's also the fire one, obviously, and we have encountered a water one as well, or a hydro Jike, as they would go by. One bit of trivia about that, the electric Jike actually uses the sound effects for water-based attacks, and the water-based Jikes use the sound effects for electric-type attacks. That button is a trap, but I'm going to hit it anyway, just in case I need it for 100%. Also, at the start of this segment, I'm going to need to point out there's a button which I needed to hit using a long-range sword attack. If you were to, for whatever reason, go back into this painfully long level again with any character you wanted, that gate will automatically be open because not everybody would be able to reach the button. Anyways, look, it's Meta Knight.
Got you.
But for whatever reason, Marth and Meta Knight engage in a sword fight. Basically, I think the thought process was, I have a sword, you have a sword, let's have a fight. But then Primids and Happy Beads start spawning around them, and they were like, yeah, we need to stop fighting between each other and actually focus on the bad guys who keep blowing everything up. But I suppose I'll show off the new character, and here we have an ambush with lots of Primids, including a Scope Primid there. I don't know if we've encountered a Scope Primid yet, but we have now. They are Primids that wield the Super Scope, or Nintendo Scope as they're called in this country, for whatever reason. I remember I didn't know that until fairly recently. I thought it was called the Super Scope in all countries, so I always wondered why the PAL version of Brawl called the Super Scope the Nintendo Scope, but apparently the peripheral had that name in Europe, so at least that makes sense. But what doesn't make sense is why the item based on a football is called a soccer ball even in this country. Oh well. The only other item that had a different name was the Starman, which is called Superstar for some reason over here. Get rid of those Primids. Oh, the home run bat's gone. This is quite an annoying enemy. The Buckard! Well, you wish they'd just get sick and pop off. Marth's counter might be useful for some enemies, but not for the Buckots because they're above me and can't strike them with counter. Would you at least come onto the stage boundaries? Well, I have a chance of hitting you, and hey, a soccer ball, I was talking about you earlier. And no, it isn't going to bounce quite away. That's a very slow green shell, yet it still has all the normal destructive power. I hit the shield button, but apparently I was too late. That reminds me of when people say, I hit the shield button, why didn't it shield? I'm always the kind of guy to respond afterwards and say, well, obviously you pressed it too late then. But that is an instance of it affecting me, and I really should have less damage. I've only got one stock left, but Meta Knight clears the ambush with 65% left. So now we have the longest segment yet, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if I was sent to the continue screen here, because this is a really, really long segment. And with only 2 lives, who knows if it'll be enough. For some reason, you're going against conventions and side-scrolling to the left instead. But there's just lots and lots of ambushes, and I've already lost a stock in the first section. I was too busy twiddling the C-stick and trying to get a smash attack out, just got myself hit. If Marth can do this whole section, I would be impressed, but we almost lost it just there. Yeah, I'm already on 50, not 80! Come on, at least give me some kind of a chance. Oh well, if I do get sent to the continue screen here, then I will just cut to wherever I failed. Okay, then there's no need to cut, I will just do it all over again, but I did that all on purpose just to show off what the continue screen looked like, right? See, doesn't it look impressive? A lot of the stickers that you collected throughout your journey in that level will be lost, and any stickers that you had applied to the character, as a mechanic I'll show off later, will also be lost. So basically, don't mess up. Have we encountered a sword pyramid yet? Well, it's basically a pyramid that possesses the Force. It has a lightsaber, or as Smash Brothers calls it, a beam sword. We all know it's a lightsaber, and hey, no damage technically. So, get those maxing tomatoes even if you're on full health, because it helps you get 100%, and then, as if this wasn't bad enough by just being super long with lots of ambushes, they even throw auto-scroll at you. There's a trophy there of the screw attack. As it's not inside a cube, I don't know if it's necessary! Oh, glide. Gliding is fast. I don't know if it's necessary to get that feel 100% rating, but why wouldn't you? I mean, I have all the trophies in the game, but I would still never turn down a trophy. The game counts duplicates, so you might as well keep it. Let's try and make a better use of counter. See, counter can do a lot of damage if you counter the right moves, and that was just a failed usage altogether. Greeps only have that attack on certain difficulty levels. Unfortunately for me, I'm playing at the necessary difficulty level for it to have that attack. I mean, in the lower difficulty levels, they will have that attack in the later stages of the game, but not right now. There's Auto Lance, that's actually a new enemy which I haven't described yet. You're gonna get rid of its armor, and then its weak spot will be revealed, that being the kind of signal thing. Let's get a trophy of a Firesh, maybe? Yeah, I got a Firesh. That's cool. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Are you cool with that? Hey, a heart container. I will want that. And there's a lollipop. I already sang Lollipop once this LP, unless that was in a failed recording of some kind. I'm not going to sing it again. Yeah, Auto Lance. Please, get out of my life and ooh, cup of tea. Tally-ho. I do love a good cup of tea. TaleOfTheToaster, super British version. Look at all, we finally got another checkpoint, and that pain of a segment is over. And then we go back to Donkey Kong Country, only in a more cavey setting. We've already had flying out of barrels, and now we have... With a yo-ho-ho, it's Post-Com Toaster talking over my laptop's incredibly loud fanning noises at random points. Anyways, this is a quick section where you hop into a minecart, not your cart, minecart, and ride over the rails, breaking through the boxes to get some trophies at the end of it. Smiles all around, obviously avoid the spikes, and then hop back out and go back to the main adventure. So back to live TaleOfTheToaster. Hooray! Buckot! Go get sick. I've already used that go. Anyways, sword pyramids, they're not much of a problem. Buckots can be a pain. No, when I was co-commentating this episode with Something Awful, he said that the Buckots is his least favourite enemy in the game. Yet it's not my least favourite enemy in the game. I can't actually remember what I said my least favourite enemy was, but it's not that one. One-up sound effect! I believe that's the last time in the game you'll hear that, though I could be mistaken. Oh, actually I can think of one more time. But look, the background here is quite cool. Kind of like a hand painting, but there's that face there, and then it gets covered up by the mountain of wall. I should say it was a mountain, but it's not a mountain. Anyways, these bits of ground are going up for whatever, and ring on the wall! Take out those Taos easily and through a door, so that's another checkpoint, and Norton is performing a full system scan, and pointless section is pointless. Now, it was to set the scene for this next cutscene. Marth and Meta Knight are running really fast, and oh, that is punishingly close. Meta Knight is smarter than Pit because he actually remembers that he can fly. It's like those parts in Sonic the Hedgehog, i.e. the 2006 part, where Sonic's like, oh yeah, I can go fast! And then a max speed section starts. Also, hi Ike, with your pseudo final smash, as he yells Great Aether while using Aether, basically. As usual, I'll probably show off the new character. This isn't a long section anyway, so I might as well use Ike. Ike and Marth? Whoever saw that pair up coming? I know I didn't. Let's take care of these oh, so many enemies. Ike is so slow, so he struggles with them. No, Ike was actually fairly fast in the Fire Emblem games. Ike, Radiant Dawn, and Path of Radiance. Yes, I just really likes to radiate. You know what? Why don't we call him the Radiator for the rest of this LP? Alright, I'll try and stick to that. From now on, he's not called Ike. That'd be mainly... I don't know what I was trying to say there, but yeah, he's no longer Ike. He is now the Radiator. And the Radiator is getting pummeled, but he also has counter, just like Marth, so that helps. Didn't mean to quick draw there. Let's get rid of that fucker. Ike is actually fairly decent at getting rid of the cocks. Well, that was actually quite humorous, if I'm honest. That mushroom is gone forever. But yeah, Ike, just like Marth, has a counter, so... I know I was talking about Aether. Yeah, obviously Buckots are always going to be above you, so... Aether does help take them out. Got a trophy stand, is there going to be anything to use it on? Well, I threw it at a Nanogog, but it hadn't been weakened enough to me. Try and focus on this small... Oh, we got 2 Nanogogs, that could be a from a Mario game to use as an item. I mean, out of all the items from the Mario franchise that could have been an item, like the blue shell, I don't know why the blue shell isn't an item in Smash Brothers, and I hope it is in Smash Brothers 4. But yeah, you've got items like that. They're trying to think of a new Mario enemy. What do we take? I don't know, that random enemy from Super Mario Land. Let's make that an enemy. But in seriousness, Hothead is one of my favourite enemies, so I'm fine with it. And hey look, a little bonus cutscene. As a little treat for beating that very, very long level. And hey, it's Ouija! It's your year to shine. And can he at least prove it by taking on a Waddle Dee? Nope, he's scared to death. And then, big penguin behind you! Interesting. Yeah, dude, he's got some skills to place Luigi like that. But yeah, that's Dedede slapping Luigi in the face for no apparent reason, and that doesn't turn Luigi back into his normal form, even though making contact with a trophy is supposed to do that. And, ooh, I could have a trophy on Luigi! I don't know what accent that was supposed to be, but Wario sees the obvious target, is laughing on the spot, picks up Luigi. I'm just gonna call him Luigi, screw the Lou. Moth Tootaloo. But no, he's probably just going to be Luigi because I recently got Luigi's Mansion 2, so I'm used to calling it Luigi's Mansion 2. And anyways, Wario got left in the dust while these are running off. You could call that another pseudo Final Smash, just like the Great Ava. It's kind of like Waluigi Army, there's just no Waldoos or Gordos. But anyways, we got 3 new recruits to the team, so that is more than enough content for a video. In this episode of Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Brawl Avenger Mode, the Subspace Emissary very hard, we beat the Battlefield Fortress, and in the next one we'll be going to the forest. Bye bye.